Hi there beautiful souls, Avalon here, and today I would like to share with you 10 beautiful crystals and stones that I utilise in my intuitive development and in my practice most often. Stone number 1 is cavernsite, and these are in no particular order, but cavernsite is a stone that stimulates the third eye and brings awareness to the message, which is important whenever you're doing intuitive and channeling types of work. You need to be thoroughly aware of what you're doing and have awareness regarding what you are saying so that you are conveying yourself accurately, clearly, and in a grounded manner. Stone number 2 is labradorite, the only piece of labradorite I have ever been able to work with. And labradorite has been described by the lovely Melody in the Kaleidoscope of Crystals book as the Temple of Stars, and I love that. I love that description of labradorite. Labradorite is a stone that I utilise to not only enhance my intuition, but also to enable me to mesh what is intuitive and what is analytical. So it helps me to translate my feeling, my intuitive hit, into something that is coherent and that contains a succinct message and the amount of information necessary to really outline the entire experience as a whole. And so it is a very, very important stone in spirit work for me personally. The next stone that I'm going to show you, stone number 3, is apotholite. An apotholite is a stone that assists you in accessing information in the Akashic libraries. For me personally, I use it as a stone to clarify, to clear the connection to spirit whenever I'm doing any meditative work or spiritual channeling work or anything along those lines. I find that it really clarifies that connection to spirit. It takes away any static and it enables me to have a process or a spiritual experience that flows much more crisp and clear. Stone number 4 is, of course, amethyst. Couldn't have a top 10 without amethyst. Amethyst happens to be my spirit stone. Amethyst is a stone that just haunts me all of the time. I will go into a metaphysical shop, I'll go into a gem store, I'll go to a gem fest, I'll go anywhere with the intention of buying a unique piece that I don't have in my collection and inevitably come out with a piece of amethyst. This piece is beautiful, it's quite dark and it's Australian and it's got such a great energy to it. Amethyst is a stone of spirituality. It is a stone that enhances the spirituality. If you're in a bit of a funk and you're having trouble just getting into that spiritual state of mind, then amethyst is definitely that tool which will be very beneficial to you. It brings magic and wonder into my environment. And it is a stone that I can actively scry in as well. So it stimulates my third eye in much the same way as cavernsite does, but it brings this deeper sense of spirituality and interconnectedness with it. And that is why I love this stone so much. And it is freaking beautiful. It's so beautiful. Stone number 5 is my warrior stone. This is the best stone for grounding, and that is tourmaline. This is a beautiful piece of Australian tourmaline, and tourmaline for me is one of my primary neutralizing stones. I have that in my environment always, and the reason why I do this is because if I need fast grounding, then I need only touch this stone and it brings me right back into my body, right back into a place of stillness and presence. And that is something that is incredibly important in any kind of spiritual work that you are doing. There is this byproduct of spirit work and spirituality that can take you a little bit too high up in your chakras, or that can leave you a little bit vague or lightheaded. And I find that by having tourmaline in your environment, you come down into your body and you are very, very present, and it neutralizes any excess or build-up of spiritual energy that might be actually distracting you. So it is the stone for me for grounding for that precise reason. I call it my great neutralizing stone for a reason. So tourmaline. The 6th stone that I am going to present to you is Isis, my channeling crystal. She is a generator with a charoite pyramid in the very center, and she is a stunning piece to look at, and you will be hypnotized by her beauty if you could ever see her up close. She is one of those incredibly powerful pieces that were gifted to me from the mineral kingdom, and I'm very grateful to be able to work with her. She is the generator. She's at the very center of every single one of my crystal grids. No matter how many times I change up my spread, my table, my sacred spaces in accordance with the seasons, I always have Isis there with me. If I leave my sacred space to do face-to-face readings outside of my usual reading environment, then this is the one stone that I take with me. So it's beautiful Isis, a clear quartz generator with a charoite pyramid. The next stone that I'm going to show you, the 7th stone, is a stone that I'm not quite sure about, but I still love it anyway. It is moldavite. This is moldavite. This was a gift from a very dear friend, and it is a stone that has this otherworldly energy to it. And I'm not quite sure how to take that, I'm not quite sure how to work with that, but I do know that when I have moldavite present in my environment, then it's a game changer. It really does elevate the vibration. It changes the energy of my room from airy to strength, to be here, be strong, open up your mind, experience what you are about to do fully and completely. It is an expansive stone. That is the key word for this stone that I would personally assign this stone, and that is expansiveness. So it expands the experience that you're having. If you're having a spiritual experience, a meditative experience, a spiritual spirit work type of experience, then it will expand upon that experience and create something that is so much more amazing. So that is moldavite. The 8th stone that I'm going to show you is ribbon stone. And ribbon stone is found here in Australia. It is a shaman stone. It creates this sense of interconnectedness with the environment and with the animate and inanimate objects within your environment. So in that way, it's quite animistic, a stone. So I understand why it is considered to be a shaman stone. With that sense of interconnectedness, it makes you feel very aware and very centered in your environment. And it is a stone that I personally utilize in spirit work. I use ribbon stone and labradorite in my spirit work sessions. And those of you who have had sessions with me will recognize these two stones. And I think that this is a crucial stone to have when I'm channeling specifically spontaneous writing. So that is ribbon stone. The 9th stone that I am about to show you is white howlite. I call white howlite my sage stone for specifically that reason. It feels like the wisdom of the ages in this particular stone. It is a wise woman. It has this passive and beautiful energy. It is air and it is earth, all meshed into one, and it puts off such a graceful energy. And that is something that I really like to have within my space, is that beautiful wisdom and that grace. And I find that white howlite really brings that to the space that it's in and into the work that I'm doing. The last stone that I'm about to show you, the 10th stone, is my record keeper. This is a record keeper crystal that was gifted to me by my beautiful friend Cherie. It has a beautiful, and I'll see if I can find it for you, it has a beautiful record keeper on this space here. It'll be impossible for you to see, but it is absolutely stunning, and this has got ancient wisdom. This stone is in my space to remind me of the ancient nature of the earth and of the spiritual depth and expansiveness that you can achieve within your spiritual work, in your meditative work, in your magical workings, in your tarot and oracle readings, in your spirit work. And for that reason, I love to have it. I love to hold it. It reminds me of the ancient nature of all and the depth of wisdom that can be accessed through doing the work. And that is why I have it. And I love that it's quartz. Quartz is very clarifying. It has a laser aspect to it. It just clears everything out, and it's a great director of energy. And for that reason, I love to have pieces of quartz in my environment. And this is one of the most precious pieces of quartz that I do have in my environment. So that is it, beautiful souls. That is all 10 lovely crystals, lovely stones that I have to show you today. I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a thumbs up, because I'll do future videos just like this one. Mwah! Much love, many blessings.